Good afternoon. I'm Dan Hawkins, the House Majority Leader in the Kansas House of Representatives, and today I'm joined by Representative Sean Tarwater from Olathe, Kansas. And Sean is the chairman of the Commerce Committee here in the House. Sean, this week, the governor finally admitted that her administration's unemployment program has just been literally overrun by fraud. Could you share with our listeners a little bit about that situation?
Sure. Well, Dan, thanks for having me today, first of all. And as you know, I was on an interim committee all summer long where we delved into the unemployment issues and economic recovery. And we've known this for quite some time, and we've asked many questions over and over and over, and we got the runaround mostly. It's nice to know that the governor is finally recognizing this, but it is a day late and a dollar short, in my opinion. We started out with over $1 billion in our unemployment trust fund, and we're now down to, we asked them yesterday, they weren't sure, but we think it's around 200 million, just a little north of 200 million at this point. And we also received additional 400 million throughout the year. So we went through almost $1.3 billion in 7 months, and the numbers just don't add up. We have 1.1 million employees in Kansas, and we have almost 1.1 million initial unemployment claims. And so it just doesn't make sense.
That puts us in a place, actually, for our listeners. If you heard that, that means everybody that works in Kansas supposedly has filed a claim, and we know that's not true.
We do know that's not true, and especially since in December our unemployment rate was under 4%. So I don't know how you go through $1.3 billion in 7 months with an unemployment rate that was 5% and 3% the last several months.
So what have you proposed? I know your committee has had a lot of committee time on this issue, and I know that you've asked a lot of questions and gotten very little answers. Have they given you anything that you can really work with to help them? Because I know you really want to help them. It's not that you want the state to get out of this problem of all this fraud.
Right. So, that's the frustrating part, Dan, is we really came to the table wanting to help them find solutions, and that's what we were charged with. And it makes our job very difficult when they don't give us the answers. You can't go to a doctor and have them fix you without you telling them what's broken. And so we've asked them the same questions every month, over and over and over. They keep saying they're going to get back to us. They've never once given us any numbers that we've asked for. They still haven't. And so we had some professionals from the industry come in, and they worked literally hundreds of hours with us, mostly with themselves and then with us. But we finally had a good meeting on where they think we are, and it looks very bleak.
In the Fed, across our United States, where do we rank both in the number of fraudulent claims and the number of people? What are those figures?
Well, for some reason, we're the #1 targeted state. And we think it's because back when we were warned by the federal government in March that this was coming, that fraud was going to be rampant, most of the other states addressed it. And so we were the last state to address it. We haven't addressed it yet, but we were the final state to address it. And that's why our unemployment claims are so high.
So this is something that we're going to have to deal with. Our commerce people in the Commerce Committee, Sean has a lot of fine people in his committee that are working on this. You stay tuned, because I guarantee you there's going to be more information come out about it. The governor has finally admitted it. Now she's got to take action. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you informed of exactly what's happening out there. Thank you, and we'll come to you again here really soon. Take care.